first off, I want to ask this in the presser, but you said you look at the NFL as a whole. Isaiah Powell comes into the NFL, first year starter in week 3, and you played him in Tampa Bay, and just I'm wondering what you saw from him coming in as a starter for the first time and in a contract year as well.
Yeah, I saw a good football player with a lot of talent, kind of a unique physical skill set that grew a lot in his first opportunity to play extended ball. And I think, when you're looking at guys without a lot of starting experience, at least in the NFL, that's what you're looking for. You're looking for growth. You're looking for them to not make the same mistakes twice. And, I think by the time that we played the Raiders in early December, that he had grown into a solid football player.
And then looking at Sincere McCormick, he had a big game against Tampa Bay as well.
He sure did.
What did you see from him?
Saw a kid that was hard to tackle, that was tough, ran with energy, and a lot of the traits that make up good running backs too. I mean, we were aware of him. He was kind of building heading into our game, and we told everybody he's going to be a hard guy to tackle, and he proved the scouting department in Tampa Bay right.
And then that run game was one that it got off to a slower start in 2024 and kind of picked up towards the end of the year. Is there anything on your radar that you can kind of fix or get the run game going earlier in 2025?
Well, we're going to try to add as many good linemen up front as possible to add the competition to that room. I mean, I think you've all seen Coach Pete talk about competition, and same with the running back room. We're just going to fill every room with quality football players that want to compete. And my experience in this league has been that when you do that, the entire level of play of the room will rise.
And then my final one for me, with the restructuring of contracts with Jacoby Myers and Max Crosby, is that going to be kind of a challenge for you, or is it going to be kind of easy for you to be able to kind of entice them to restructure their contracts and stick around?
Well, they're both obviously really good players that I have a lot of respect for, and I just look forward to getting to know both of them better and, talking about the future and what they want and what the organization wants, and we'll make the best decision possible.
Pete talked about everything being collaborative as a process. Obviously, a coach has to be comfortable with his coordinators. You've killed the last 2 offensive coordinator hires as part of that process. So I guess where is that balance of coach and front office and kind of determining, where you want to go in terms of that structure?
Well, I mean, I'm following Pete's lead with this. He's got guys he talked about in the press conference that he knows that they have a lot of respect for, and they know the program. But one of the things I like about Pete is how open-minded he is, and to be a part of those interviews is something that I'm excited to be. And yeah, we killed the last 2 offensive coordinators in Tampa, and then now they're down there again trying to find another one, which is, I guess, a good problem to have.
I was going to say, that's what you want. I mean, it's tough to replace them again, but you want to have those guys.
Yeah. Champagne problems.
So, you had one?
I just had one. Besides the obvious winning, what does culture mean to you?
It means bringing the right kind of people in a team-oriented sport that aren't about themselves first. They're about the organization, the guy standing next to them, doing the right thing day after day after day. I think when you can build a culture that is the foundational piece, then you have a chance to be a really good team. Otherwise, you have a bunch of hired hands just out for themselves. And my experience has been that, yes, those teams are talented. Yes, they might win a division or a bunch of games, but ultimately they come up short when it matters most.
You have, been very highly thought of for a long time. A lot of people have talked to you about having this job. If you wanted to wait, you could probably have any job you want at some point. Why is this the job that you want?
This is the Raiders. This is an iconic franchise with a new and exciting ownership group. Yes, I know Tom, but I also know Tom well enough to know that I wouldn't be here if he didn't think that I could do the job. And talking to the other gentlemen on my interview, there's an energy to this place that really kind of jumped off of the screen in the interview. And, could I have had another job? Maybe. Now or in the future, who knows? This is the one I wanted, and I told him that in the interview, and I'm just really grateful to be here.
Mark said afterwards he gave you no timeline, but he's going to show patience. Is that good to hear from him in terms of building this thing and where you want it to go?
I mean, that's great to hear from him, but I'm motivated to give him the best kind of product, best kind of football team that we can right now. I mean, that's going to be our goal, and then progress forward step by step, doing it the right way so that when we do have the success that we're capable of, we can sustain it there. I think that's one of the things that I've been most proud of in Tampa is, yes, we won, but we've held it there. We've given our team a chance every year. And, my goal is to make Mark proud and make all of Raider Nation proud. And are we going to win the Super Bowl next year? Maybe. Maybe not. It's hard to do. But we just want to show progress that we're on the right track. And we have a great opportunity to do this offseason.
The last one I have for you is that you're trying to learn this roster, trying to learn, I mean, Las Vegas, trying to learn like where to go to the store, that kind of thing. But everything around this building, what do you guys have on your contract? What do you have under consideration here? But also prepare for a draft. That's obviously very important for you guys. Like, how much of a sprint is this next couple of weeks, and how difficult is that process for you?
Well, it's certainly challenging, but it's the job, and it's the job I've always wanted. And is it going to be a lot? Sure, but I've been preparing for this my entire life, and we've got a great opportunity to get a bunch of things set up the right way here, and we're going to hit the ground running. Coach Carroll and I have already been running pretty hard via phone the last couple of days, and it's great to be here now, and we're going to let it rip.